It's the 3 on PLAXtv.
Oh yeah.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy PLAX, and I am back with another episode of the 3 on PLAXtv. It's been like 7 months since we did one.
It's been 25 years.
We literally promised that Angel and I were going to do this monthly. That did not happen. So I'm going to tell you now, you'll get the 3 when you get the 3. We'll do it as much as we possibly can. But for here, I'm here with my boy Angel. He's in the first episode. I'm also here with my boy Rozek, football extraordinary, but he also knows a little bit about basketball, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
What's up?
How y'all boys doing?
Turkey subs, baby. Turkey subs.
Turkey subs and...
Turkey subs and baddies. Turkey subs and baddies.
There you go.
That's the best way to... That's my
the
life
PG
right
version
now.
of that.
Yeah, if you want the non-PG, that's gonna be on. That's gonna be for
on the
about
Patreon.
That's $7.99 a month on my personal joint.
So the past week, we were supposed to do this a couple weeks ago or last week, but I was literally dying. Still kind of dying, but I'm a little bit better. But today, we're going to talk about what the fuck was going on during the trade deadline. What was that? I don't...
The league's drunk.
The
league
second
is drunk as
apron
fuck.
is causing all type of problems, and I'm here for it.
So first things first, I'm going to let you point guard this because it involved your team. The Lakers...
Lakers, baby.
No, I'm not even going to blame the Lakers. The Dallas Mavericks moved Luka Doncic for brittle bones Anthony Davis. And now Anthony Davis is out indefinitely, but I'll get into that another time. How you feel about that as a Lakers fan? What was that like for you?
Obviously, when you get one of the top players in the league like Luka Doncic, you got to be excited.
Right.
But I do want to just emphasize the point
crazy.
that Anthony Davis has not been hurt really that much these last 2 years.
No, he
Besides
hasn't.
right now, he did get hurt. He managed to get hurt
Immediately. I will
And-
say this, he was having a wonderful fucking game.
And
he was having a great
besides
game.
these last 2 years, he was hurt the 2 years before that. But every year before those 2 years in his career, he was healthy. So he was healthy for 7 years straight, was hurt for 2, and then been healthy for 2 for the most part. So, he really only been hurt 2 out of, 11 years.
Right. So my point is, yes, we all say he's brittle bones. Yes, he misses some games now and then.
Street clothes.
But at the end of the day,
Dressed like me.
he's actually been relatively healthy, and he's one of the best bigs in the league. People are acting like he's way past his prime and all this, and I get it.
And he got robbed for a couple DPOIs too.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out Rudy Gobert.
Fucking bum.
But at the end of the
Fucking
day,
French bum.
he is one of the best bigs in the league, and I'm sad to see him go because that that really kind of messed up our team comp.
Yeah.
Having Luka and Bron, well, it's not the worst thing in the world. You know what I mean? You would have wanted another big, right?
And they look like they're having a little fun.
Yeah.
From the first
Well, y'all
few
could have had a
games.
big if Mark Williams would have passed his physical.
Yeah.
That's another story.
But them
we'll
knees,
get into that.
them
We'll
knees
get
might
into
be
that.
cabbage.
We'll get into that.
Would Jeff Teague say them knees is cabbage?
Because they going back and forth with each other. I don't know if you
And
saw
the
that.
Hornets, they said the Hornets tried to fleece LA. Because that nigga is injury prone.
But yeah, no. Like I said, you any team would be dumb to not make that trade. You know what I mean? And as far as the Mavericks go, this will be me as a Lakers fan talking. I truly think they wanted Anthony Davis. That is the player they wanted. That's why they didn't offer it up to the rest of the league. Everyone's like, oh, we could offer more. We could offer more picks. We could offer more that. And it's but none of y'all got a big like Anthony Davis. How many bigs like Anthony Davis are on the trade market?
The thing is, too, when AD was up, when he was... Did he demand a trade from New Orleans or did he leave?
He asked for
He
a
asked
trade
out.
from
He
New
asked out,
Orleans.
yeah.
So that Dallas was one of the teams that was really gunning for him at that time. So maybe that's the guy they just always wanted. I just think that was fucking dumb. I'm sorry. You don't...
Yeah.
Luka can eat burgers and smoke cigarettes and all this shit, whatever. Drink beer. The motherfucker's 25 years old. He's constantly an MVP candidate. If it wasn't for the trade, he could have been and potentially won MVP this year. Come on, man. I don't think you move a 25-year-old MVP candidate.
From the Dallas perspective, I agree. But again, who is there besides Anthony Davis that'd be available? Because it seems like they wanted a big, right?
Right.
What kind of big at that level is available at that prestige?
Best you could have probably did.
Giannis, Embiid, they're not available. Jokic not available.
Giannis not available. Jokic not available. And
Any of his
Embiid knees
needs,
is done.
You trade him for
So like who?
I guess AD is less injured than Embiid is.
So what big is available? That's what I mean. What big is available that they could have traded for? That's what I ask everybody because there's a lot of people that think that there's like some kind of conspiracy or something to get them to the Lakers. And I think, don't get me wrong, I think their GM did not make the brightest move. You know what I mean? Not a move I would make. I'm not trading Luka Doncic, but he did make a move because he felt his team needed a big. He knew his team was not going to give Luka the supermax, and that's where we're at.
So you, Angel, I know we talked about it a little bit. You felt like the move was dumb, but you see where they were coming from.
Yeah,
or
like
something like that.
because you got. First of all, because people's behavior is a pattern, right?
Right.
And there's only so many times you can ask a motherfucker to do something and them either say, sure, I'll do it, or then be like, no, I'm not doing that,
Right.
before you got to give up on the fact of thinking they're ever going to do it. And so at this point, all these years in the league, if Luka's not going to actually take his body seriously, and you've asked him this many times, he's probably never going to. And I guess that was their drawing mark, was like, he's never going to do it. They figured they felt like yeah, he's 25 and there's time for him to do it, but he's not going to do it because he doesn't want to.
So this is what I'll say to this
and
also.
I don't think I would have. And again, my point has always been 25 is early because you still have some really good years out of him.
You could still win.
But
Right.
again, this is the same reason Shaq got shipped out of LA, but the only difference is Shaq was like 33, 34.
That's
the
more
reality
understandable.
is,
Right.
at a point, if they're not going to do it and you just don't think that they're going to do what you're asking of them, for some people, that's the deal breaker. And in reality is like Luka might never give a fuck enough about his body and about being in shape to be like really the player he could be, because he might just be like, well, I'm averaging 30, 10, and 8. I don't, you know what I mean? Like he could be complacent about it in the sense of like, I'm already really good.
Doing
Why
my
do I
job,
need to do
right.
any better?
Going back to that second apron, I think because he would have got that supermax, and they were unhappy on how he was handling himself. They didn't want to be faced with the second apron every year, giving him that supermax, paying him out all this money.
Right.
And I think that played a big factor into it. Like Angel said, like there's only so much you could deal with, and then they didn't want to, because there wasn't a scenario where they re-signed Luka without giving him the supermax.
Right.
So
Yeah, Luka not gonna pull a Jalen Brunson and give up the bread. He's not gonna do that.
So at this
He
point,
clearly like eating good way too much.
At this point, it's either
And cars. He
it's
like
either
cars
get
a
what
lot,
you
too.
can from him, or you're gonna then he might play the waiting game, and you might the closer he gets to being an actual free agent, the less valuable it is, because that other team doesn't know if he's gonna sign with them either. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's, to me, I think the Mavericks felt like they did what they had to do. I don't think it was I personally would have gave them a supermax, but they felt like they did what they had to do.
I'm gonna reiterate, like kind of like what Angel said a little bit. He's averaging 30, 10, and 8. You can smoke a cigarette if you want to, bro. I don't give a fuck. We just went to the finals. Shut the fuck up. What are we talking about?
How many players in the league doing this?
And we lost to Boston, who's fucking cheating. By the way, they have 7 All-Stars on their team. We only lost to Boston. We beat Michael Jordan Jr. What the fuck are we talking about? It's fine. They go. This is a little crazy.
Listen, they seen the out of shape white boy too many times, and they said, "Man, this ain't it."
And that out of shape white boy packed Jordan's son home.
And
he sent them
was still
home.
hooping. He was still hooping. Couldn't be made.
And they only lost to Boston, who's literally cheating.
Yeah.
Who will never get investigated because they're the Celtics.
My question is,
Well, also these motherfuckers over in Boston is taking. Besides Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, everybody else is taking shorts just to be
why
on
not?
the team.
Why not?
They're not Angel. They're not taking shorts. Them niggas is making $100-something million. Drew Holiday.
Well, Drew over
White,
like 4 years.
Porzingis.
Porzingis. They
Porzingis
have
making
5
money.
niggas
Yeah.
making over $100-something million, bro.
Yeah, but
How?
it's over like 4 years.
No, bro. No, I've never seen that before. I've never seen 5 people.
They literally just don't give a fuck. First of all, hold on. Ownership, the same ownership that greenlit giving all these motherfuckers them contracts,
Right.
just sold the team. Why?
Yeah.
Because they looked, it was like, damn, we gave up all this money.
Why we do that? Why we do that?
Cash poor,
Yeah.
cash
And then
poor
somebody was like,
owners.
because you just won the championship and you might win another 2. And they like, all this money we
Yeah,
paid.
but they was like, that's 6 people making $100+ million. They was like, yeah, but y'all gonna keep winning. They was like, I don't give a fuck about that. Shout out Boston. I hope
They
you guys
really,
lose.
yeah. The ownership really
But,
put
I
the
also
bread.
hope they lose.
Yeah, I hope
Ownership
You guys
really
won
put
too damn much.
they win enough.
ownership really put the bread before everything, even
And
though
then-
they just won a
and didn't
chip.
think about it at all. I
Sold the team.
The Lakers
Somebody
have
bought that
also-
hoe though.
somebody did buy it, but it is Boston. If you got the bread, you buy Boston. But I will say, the Lakers have also won enough. But I would like to see y'all win, so the fucking Dallas GM can look like a fucking idiot.
He'd probably get fired
Yeah, he would
immediately.
get fired. And this might be crazy. They're gonna string that motherfucker up in downtown Dallas.
So
if LA wins the championship,
I would
swear
have
to
liked our
God.
chances if we had Mark Williams and that trade
yeah.
falling apart.
You talk about Kale knees,
Yeah, I mean,
spinach knees.
it
But
was
Brown might have been like, "Hey man, like drink some milk or something."
for me though. Like it wasn't about getting Mark Williams the person. It was about getting Mark Williams just a big man on this
Yeah.
team, and he's an up and coming big man in this league.
He's like 23. Yeah.
We really kind of needed that piece.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
why was they willing to give up a 23-year-old big man averaging
just
16
connect
and 9? Like you gotta ask, like that's a valid. You gotta start asking valid questions. Why was he even available?
We were giving him Connect 4.
All right, man.
Connect 4 bad though. He not no bum.
You're not a bum. And we were giving him picks. We threw some picks in there.
Him and Melo would have been like in the corner.
Your 2031 pick, you mean, in 2032, 7 years from now?
Yeah, why not? That's what every team does, no?
When Luka, I guess Luka could be past his prime at that
Or Luka
point.
could not re-sign with us.
I guess Luka could not
I
resign. with-
did hear people kind of worried about that, but I was like,
As long as they offer him the max, he's signing. Like
what if this a finesse job that they could go back to Dallas?
he's not going back.
He's a hoe.
He's. I've heard
No, I'm
he's
saying,
upset.
what if they
he's
pulled
upset that he got traded.
Well,
Like
they
he's
put
shocked.
a Boston and Brooklyn. Remember when they told Pierce and KG to go over and play like shit in Brooklyn? Pierce and KG confirmed this. That's why I say fuck them niggas to this day, because they came to Brooklyn on purpose to play like shit. So to make us look, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm gonna just relax. What if they was like, Luka, we gonna trade you to LA, go there for 2 years, come back?
That's too much long game.
You don't
You
think
don't
so?
know. There's
Okay.
too much.
That's
And
fair.
the way Luka is like reportedly like shell shocked about this trade.
He do
like,
look sad.
I'm not gonna lie. He like even
And
his few games as a Laker, like
it hold his bread.
It's taking him some time. It hold his bread crazy.
It hold
Lost
his bread
$150
crazy.
million, yeah.
Yeah.
Or 130.
He
whatever.
lost over $100 million, which
Yeah.
it's money we can't even think about. You know what I mean? Like, can't even imagine that kind of money.
He's like, you know how many bitches I could have got? Nah, fuck that. Cases of beer I could have got with that 100 million. And y'all just took it away from me.
How many horse races he could attend with Jokic?
That's what I'm saying, man. They
You know him and Jokic best friend.
They best friends, bro.
Do you think that'll ever happen? You think we'll ever see Jokic and Luka together?
No, because Jokic gonna retire in a year or two.
You think so?
Yeah, he win a chip, he done. Like he
How
don't
old
consider
is he?
he don't.
Yeah, if he win another one, he done. He don't care about
What,
that
like
shit.
almost 30?
Is he? Oh,
Something like-
yeah.
he
You
like
don't like
28,
basketball that
29.
much, bro.
He don't. Yeah.
You don't like basketball.
He don't. This shit a job to him. He do this
He
to
do this
he
to fund
just
his
real-
horse racing habit.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just real good at it. He don't.
That's he.
He like the
he's
best
legit,
surgeon in
yeah.
the world who don't give a fuck about surgery. He just like it pay me good. Like I
Yeah,
don't.
he just like, I'm tall.
They like so
I'm
you're
good
you're
at
like
the
you're the
game.
first person to ever fully transplant a 3D printed heart successfully into a human
He
body.
like, yeah.
How do you feel
I
about
just
that? He
wanna go
like
home to my horses.
he
Where my
like
bread at?
he like yeah, it paid me good though.
Yeah. I got like $500 million.
What about
off
the
of that.
other?
He like
trades
it
that
bought my
happened in
other
the league?
he like it bought my other mansion.
So the Jimmy the Golden State thing, I don't really care about that, to be
It's not
honest.
gonna do anything.
Yeah, it was just something that had to happen. I will say, Pat Riley, Jimmy was being a hoe, and Jimmy is a hoe sometimes with organizations, but I feel like Pat Riley was being a dumbass bitch. This nigga took you to the finals twice with the power of friendship.
But they
And-
not winning.
And then he
believe.
was out.
No, they're not winning.
not winning.
No, they're not winning. But what? Let me ask you this: take Jimmy out and replace him with Andrew Wiggins, anybody else of that
in the
caliber.
weak East, who cares?
But I'm saying, do they make the finals? No.
They don't. But
They
like
don't
at the
have a
same time,
chance.
like they weren't like they're in the finals, but they're just there. You know what I mean? Like they weren't.
Well, I get that, but I'm saying,
But guess who wasn't in the finals?
Yeah.
Boston?
Yeah, those other
Milwaukee?
teams that
Boston,
they beat.
Milwaukee. That's
So
fair.
it's like you kind of. He took niggas like Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent Gabe Vincent got paid, and he's a bum because of Jimmy Butler. No offense, I'm sorry, I forgot. Forgot it was the Lakers, but motherfuckers like that got paid, and they're bums
and to be
because
fair,
of Jimmy Butler.
Pat started the shit when Jimmy was out because he was hurt, and he
yeah.
lost in the playoffs. And Jimmy was basically like, "Y'all just lucky I wasn't playing." And Pat's response was, "Well, if you're not on the court, you should shut the fuck up." Basically,
and it was like nigga, I'm right.
Yeah, like if I was playing, I feel like we win that series. Fuck you mean I should shut up?
What are you talking about? Like, I've done it. I've literally done it.
And it was almost even like not even an insult to the team. Like it was like, damn, I wish I was playing. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
he was just saying, y'all lucky I'm not playing, and that was it. And Pat got on his bumper, all just to, at the last day when they was about to trade Jimmy. Apparently, Pat Riley was in that motherfucker crying like his ex was leaving him. And Jimmy was like, bro, what are you crying about? You just was talking shit about me for months. You act like a light-skinned bitch right now.
That's crazy. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Just so everybody know, I didn't say that.
I said it. You acted like that, and you just talk shit to me for 3 months, bro. What are you doing? And Jimmy was like, matter of fact, just send me anywhere. I don't even give a fuck. Just get me out of here. But I think Pat Riley fumbled that. First of all, they don't give Bam the ball, even though Bam is a bucket. He's proven he's a bucket. I don't know what the problem is with Bam. Maybe Bam fucks somebody bitch in there. I don't know. But they don't want to give him the ball. And I don't understand why. That's fine. He's apparently just a lob threat. Okay, cool. You expect Jimmy Butler to win you a championship with Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, Tyler Hero, and average motherfuckers like that. Get him
Tyler
some
Hero,
help.
nice.
Tyler's nice. He wasn't healthy last year, though.
He wasn't. That's true. Get him some help. Then maybe talk a little shit.
Well, I mean, he's gone now.
He's gone. I'm saying
he's at Golden State.
You could have got him some help, and then maybe you could have talked shit then. But if he's taking you to the finals with average Joes,
Gabe Vincent
and Caleb Martin, if you got him Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving or somebody like that, don't you think he probably would have won?
Speaking of Kevin Durant, KD almost going back to the Warriors was insane.
Yeah, but he was like, I'm not trying to do that.
So I don't know if you saw a report. There was a report saying that he just didn't want a mid-season trade. He didn't want to get traded middle.
It wasn't
of
a
the season.
report. It was an interview. It was a whole
an interview.
interview. He said I didn't want to get traded mid-season.
Okay.
Like his
I thought it was a report. Okay.
No, his whole thing was basically like,
that,
I'm playing for Phoenix. I wanted to come to Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play the year out with my team.
That just sounds like he wants to get traded at the end of the year.
Like he's like
that's all I read.
But his point was like, I don't want to be traded mid-season. He was like getting traded. Like basically the point was like, I got traded mid-season to come to Phoenix. I wanted to be in Phoenix. Because I want to be here.
Steve Kerr like kind of played it out. He's like, oh, I understand him not wanting to come back, like whatever. And I think he denied it.
And yeah, KD was like, that had nothing to do with it. It's nothing. It's not about the optics.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't care what people would have said about it. He was like, but mid-season, like I'm a Phoenix Sun. This is the team that I agreed to play for. Like this team I want to play for. I'm not trying to switch up. Like I don't want to leave. He's like, there's nothing in Phoenix that makes me want to leave. I don't want to. Like, why would I want to get traded mid-season?
GS was tweaking a little bit because they was trying to get LeBron and KD. It was like, guys,
y'all ain't got enough to give
us. Capital.
Let's tone it down a little bit. I wasn't gonna get you. First of all, you didn't even get one of them, but let alone two. Like,
do you think I think there's a legitimate chance though he goes somewhere else after this year. Like,
the problem is you not trading Devin Booker.
I'm surprised Brad survived that shit.
Because Brad has a no trade clause.
No trade clause, brother.
He has to agree to any trade.
Who gave him that?
Washington!
And then Phoenix was dumb enough to get him.
Washington is just... Who gives Bradley Beal?
It's him and LeBron. The only two people I think in the league with the no trade clause.
I understand that.
I think that's literally... Because I think they're very rare. Like, I think they're the only two.
Yeah, it's literally it.
Who's like... who deserves a no trade clause?
Who's that? Luka Doncic?
Bradley Beal.
You're saying that's what they said? That's what they said.
On top of giving him like 200-something M's. Yeah.
And he's been buns ever since.
Angel coming a little bit. He was just out a little bit.
Nah, bro.
But yeah, shout out to the Wizards.
So the problem with Phoenix is like you're not trading Devin Booker. Yeah. That's not happening.
No.
That's not the player you trade.
Though he is like your second star. Like he's not.
I feel like Devin Booker could be the best player on your team and you win a championship. He did put up 70 on Boston.
He did, but that was when no one was on the team.
Right, but he's okay. But that's the crazy
still
thing. He
got
was getting
7.
doubled. Wasn't nobody on the team.
And no one else there. He got to just shoot that thing. You know what I mean?
It wasn't like
When you a bucket, bro.
Yeah, 70.
and they went to the
That's
They
finals.
lost that game.
agree
And they
with
went to
both.
the finals
They lost.
already with him as their
He
best
shot,
player.
like, how many shots? Like 50
He
plus
did.
shots.
He did go to the finals with old ass Chris Paul and DeAndre, and that's pretty fucking.
He was
good.
the team's
That's true.
best
That's
player
really good.
in the finals, and they was up 2-0. And then Chris Paul just got old out of nowhere overnight, and DeAndre Ayton forgot that basketball was a contact
But,
sport.
remember, I told you I have a conspiracy theory about Chris Paul. My dad started it.
Okay.
Chris Paul has a tendency when games are very important to disappear a little bit or fuck up really badly.
So he's a choke artist. Nah, you can't say that.
He's the
because-
point guy. He's still a point guard. I'm not
because
saying
that's
that. But he has a tendency.
You know what?
He did it.
All I'm gonna say is I'm glad he got over his finals addiction.
I'm just, oh God. Because if y'all remember sometimes with the Clippers, he would fuck up and then he'd be like, DeAndre, what the fuck? And DeAndre Jordan would be like, I wasn't even near the ball. You lost the ball.
crazy throwback. Remember when they went to DeAndre Jordan's house and made him stay with the Clippers after he was gonna sign with the Mavs?
Dallas, funny he's gonna go to Dallas. Dallas love their centers, don't they?
Mark Cuban was upset. They had an intervention. They're like, no, you're not leaving. You're
Just
not
for them niggas not to do anything.
gonna be an ass.
He could have did something in Dallas, possibly.
What other trades though? Going back to the trade deadline. that
Shout out Sacramento. Got Zach LaVine, Chicago 2.0. Yeah.
Malik Monk playing good though. As a point guard, Malik Monk playing good. He averaging
Fox
like
went to San Antonio.
yeah, because Fox went to San Antonio.
I just don't know what Sacramento do. I don't know what the game
I don't know what the game plan is.
They're
I
trying to
don't-
be competitive still. I
But
don't-
like, be all in or be all out. You know what I mean?
Trying to be
well,
competitive.
De'Aaron Fox wanted out. What do you do at that point?
I get that, but
Well, because you trade Mike Brown. He's the greatest coach you've ever had, ever. The season started off a little rocky. You're like, oh, get this Negro out of here. Why? What did he do?
Yeah, especially considering Kevin Herter and Keegan Murray
That's
forgot
what I'm
how to
saying.
play basketball.
That's what I'm saying.
Keegan Murray and Kevin Herter
gonna
looked like they
fire
were
me?
just
they
in
used to be
thunderstruck.
buckets, and now look at them.
The Monstars took their powers or something this year. They played like garbage to
And
both
then,
of them.
again, I love DeRozan. He's cool. But you go and get DeMar DeRozan thinking that's going to change. What does he do? He shoot mid-ranges. He don't even dunk no more.
DeMar DeRozan is the definition of if you're a star in the league or not. If you're better than DeRozan, you're a star. It's like the Kirk Cousins line in football. You know, if you're better than Kirk
DeMar
Cousins,
better than that.
Do you think DeMar better than that?
DeMar is a.
I'm saying like if you were all star or not. You know what I mean? Like if you're actually like one of the top 20 players in the league, you got to be better than DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar is like actually nice though.
Do you think he's a top 20 player in the league?
Top 20, no, but there's 450
But
players
that's
in
my
the
point.
league.
DeMar DeRozan's the line. He's the
okay.
line.
I'm not trying to act like DeMar DeRozan a bum.
I'm not saying he is a bum
But I'm
either. I'm saying
saying-
he's the line.
I'm saying he better in basketball than Kirk Cousins is in football,
That's
brother.
fair. That's fair.
This is Kirk.
That's
Oh,
fair.
okay.
That's fair.
See,
Kirk
I don't know
Cousins
much about the football side. Of
Well,
shit.
this was
I
2
don't-
years. This is when Kirk Cousins is on the Vikings and everything. I'm not trying to make this about football. I'm just saying.
that like one season
Yeah,
he
he was
played
nice.
good.
And they're
That
like, this
one
is the-
season.
No, he was good for like the last
What,
year.
2
of the Commanders.
seasons?
It was like 3 or
Yeah, and then he went to Atlanta. What happened?
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Oh,
But anyways,
exactly.
bringing it back to basketball because this is the 3
Because
podcast.
white people in Atlanta is such a good idea.
Oh my God, he lived in
Yeah,
That's the point.
DeRozan is just. That's not. If we're trying to get over the hump, DeRozan is not the guy I go get.
They figured they needed somebody they could just throw the ball to and go get a bucket, man.
You have Sabonis and,
Sabonis?
and De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk. Those 3 niggas could all 3 go get a bucket.
I'm not
At
saying
one
you
point-
wrong.
at
I'm
one
saying they
point,
felt
Kevin-
like they needed
At
somebody.
one point, Kevin Huter was another one. You had 4 motherfuckers get a defender. You're getting a motherfucker that don't even know what defense is.
Like,
What are we doing?
They got Keon Ellis.
Oh my!
He played defense.
Then they traded Davion Mitchell
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I don't even remember what they
for
traded him
nothing.
for.
A second
I
round.
don't even
pick.
remember what they got back for that.
All I'm saying is I can't wait until the Spurs get Cooper Flag.
I hope.
Yeah, Wemby out for the season now,
He is out
so
for the season, so
they
they
about to
probably-
lose
That's
every
sad.
game.
That's legitimately sad. Like
I
He'd
would
be
sit-
alright though.
Honestly, I would sit De'Aaron Fox down. I'd be like, I would indefinitely.
Hey, collect
work
your
that.
bread, King, but
yeah,
you don't
just
play.
get your bread, chill, bro. We'll re-up with you. Don't even worry about it. And CP, just
You
run,
old, bro.
run
Like-
the show. Matter of fact, CP, you go home. Honestly, we'll pay you. Just go home. He like, no, I want to play. Just
No, he wants to play because he wants to keep getting another contract. He need to hang it up though.
he should hang it up.
No,
he's doing
CP
his
is
job,
definitely
though.
CP is definitely the dude who just love hoops though.
Yeah.
Like he don't want to give it up. He like if I can go out here and play, I'm trying to play.
He also love finessing.
He
hoops.
gonna play until the wheels fall off.
Remember, shout out the All-Star game, which we'll get to later.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God. Bro.
they tried it.
The thing with the Cooper flag, if Coop go to Spurs, that's the only other team that he go to that I won't crash out. Anybody else, I will fucking lose it.
Coop to Oklahoma City.
Especially in OKC.
OKC.
I
Coop
might-
to Oklahoma
I don't
City
even know
because we
what
got
the-
that Philly pick this year.
I don't even know what to blow up in
And
Oklahoma City.
What
Joel
don't y'all
Kemp.
have?
They have every pick. that
we
they
got
don't need.
we got Philly pick this year, and we got the Clippers pick this year.
Oh, the Clippers are decent.
But
Shout out Norman Powell. Thanks, buddy.
we got Philly and the Clippers though this year. So
What are Philly like 10th right now in the East?
They
Nah,
belong.
Are they-
Philly got like the 7th best lottery odds, brother. Because Joel Embiid needs his cabbage. Them shit is shredded up. And PG is getting injections just to play.
Yeah, I know
During
that.
the regular
I know that.
season, you injected him in his knees to play regular season games, brother. Not a finals run, not to make a playoff, not the playoffs.
I almost had it. They're 11th in the East.
Regular season,
Yeah.
and you're giving it. Just sit him down. What do they gain by PG playing hurt? Tell me this, because if you get injections to play, he's clearly not 100%, so he's gonna play like garbage, right?
Mhm. Which
So
he
he's
has.
so that means he's not contributing to winning because he's gonna play like shit because he's not healthy, right? So he's not a
also
winning
old,
player.
Too. He's not young.
So he's not a winning player because he's not putting up good numbers because he's hurt.
He old as hell.
The more he plays like garbage, whether it's because he's hurt or not, it hurts his value in any potential trade. And y'all are losing games anyway. You might as well sit him down, let him get healthy, especially because Embiid's not even healthy. So you might as well just
And-
let PG sit.
And the one bright
And
side
Jared
of the season,
McCain is
that's
down
what I
for the
was gonna say,
season.
The one bright
Like,
side of the season you had.
Why
was
are you
Jared
having
McCain,
PG play?
And that nigga, his knee exploded. So
Like, why are you
They
having
need to
PG
fire them
play?
doctors. I ain't gonna
they
hold you.
doctors fucking suck.
They're
They
awful.
really do.
Like, why are you having PG play? Because you think about it.
They
The
got
only
Meek
thing that's
Mill
going
in
to
there,
happen.
Like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with him. He's a rapper. He's not a fucking.
The only thing that's going to happen is PG is going to play like dog shit,
Yeah.
and nobody's going to want him. So then when they eventually try to trade him, there's going to be no value. Why? Because you was pumping morphine into his knees 6 times a week to play in the middle of fucking January.
For what to lose?
For what?
To lose game.
Looks in the camera.
For what?
To
For
lose
15 points a game? Sit him the fuck down,
He's not
man.
even getting. He's getting like 7.
Sit him down, man.
Jesus.
Let him sit. Why is he getting knee injections to play in February?
All he want to do is his podcast.
Another like low key trade that we saw.
Philly's just dog
What
shit.
about the Kuzma for Chris Middleton trade in Milwaukee?
I mean,
Washington?
Middleton knees is done too.
Yeah.
I guess that's.
But
the
I don't
other
think
thing.
Kuzma is
I
yo.
don't think Kuzma was the answer.
He
for
gives
that.
size at least because he's like 6'10",
I look at it like this. I mean,
but
Middleton kind of balled out when everyone was injured last year in the playoffs. They still lost to Indiana, I believe. But Middleton was hooping. But I think we're at the point in time where you got to move that kind of guy because he's not getting younger by any standard. He's not going to play at that elite level you need. Like he doesn't even compliment Dame.
And he can't
Dame
even. He's not a
Giannis.
defender like he used
Yeah.
to be either. So it's
the
like
knees is done.
what are you supposed to do?
I think with Kuz, you get a little bit more length. He's younger.
I'm saying
you
the
know?
size, like because
Yeah,
he's tall,
stretch.
but I don't think Kuzma as a player
That's not the answer.
is giving you what you need if you Milwaukee.
Well, I mean, that's not even their biggest problem, though. The biggest problem is who they have at coach right now.
Who they coach? Docs? Do they coach?
Yes.
yeah, that's not gonna get you nowhere
They
neither.
fired
And then they got
Sacramento.
pockets. Then they got pockets as an assistant.
They fired.
Darvin
Mike
Ham
Brown.
is your
Pockets as an
assistant.
assistant.
They
They
got
fired the Sacramento Kings. Fired Mike Brown, but Doc Rivers is still working.
First of all, Milwaukee fired Mike Budenholzer
after he won.
after he
so.
just won y'all a chip.
You're crazy.
That I guess that goes into one of the topics we want to get into. I know we might be jumping. Actually, no, we've been on.
I
we've
think
been
we
on
know.
track.
I think we covered most of the big trades and trade
How
deadline.
the
One
fuck
of
you
the
fire
topics
Coach
I want to
Bud?
get into is what is wrong with these front offices? Like, what are they? Like we just said, the Bucks traded. I mean, not traded. They fired Mike Budenholzer
Yeah.
after he just won a championship.
To hire Adrian Griffin.
To hire Adrian
Adrian
Griffin,
Griffin.
fired him.
Fire him mid-season.
Even go back a little bit more. Try and fire Nick Nurse. I mean, granted,
After winning a championship, which
Kawhi's not there anymore, but you know.
But still, like this is my rule. I know I'm just talking about my league on 2K. But if my coach won me a championship, you get 4 seasons.
4 years, yes.
You get 4
years.
seasons to do something.
The only way you don't get 4 years is if you're in the basement, like for 2 years straight.
Yeah.
If you're like the last, if you're the last team in the league, or like contending for lottery picks, like you're not even contending for playing games, like.
Then okay.
Then
we can't have a drop off from a championship to
right, unless significant injuries happen. You know that does happen, but yeah, no, like these coaches, these GMs, they get moved on so quickly, and then they wonder why they make garbage trades and decisions.
And then again, Sacramento, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. You fire the best coach you've had in years. He literally took y'all to the playoffs. Yes, Darren Fox and all those guys are great, but I'm saying he was the coach that took you to the playoffs. You fire him because you have a rough start. Dallas trades Luka Doncic.
Shout out Doug Christie, though. He been coaching his ass off.
Yeah, shout out Doug
I will
Christie.
say,
he has been doing
Rob
good,
Pelinka, a lot of people wanted him fired before that Luka Doncic trade.
I still think Rob Pelinka need to get the fuck up out of there for a better general manager. But like,
Rob is good at making.
You gotta remember,
he
didn't make that trade.
Years.
He sat there and listened to the trade get offered to him.
No,
Nico Harris or whatever called him and said,
like,
"Bro, you want Luka?" And he said,
"I'm not
hold
giving
on,
you Brown, bro."
He said, "I'm not giving you Brown, bro. Nah."
He's like, "I just want AD." Stop playing, bro.
No, bro. He said, "Hold on."
He's like, "Hey, we just want Anthony Davis," and he'd be like, bro, you're not gonna give me anybody for. You could have Luka, bro.
Luka Doncic?
Luka Garza?
Yeah, Luka Garza.
No, we haven't got him. Luka Doncic.
Nah, this can't be. Yo, wait. Let's
he said, hold on. I'll get back to you. Hold on.
About
he said, wait, bro. Can I put you on hold real quick? He put the phone on hold. He put him on. He picked up and he called Jeannie. He said, Jeannie.
Guess what this nigga just said?
Guess what this motherfucker just called me? He said,
he said nigga.
Pelinka?
Guess what this nigga just said?
He said, word to my boy, the Black Mamba. Guess what he just said?
She like, Rob, you can't say that. He like, no, I can. Listen
right
to
now.
what he just said.
He's like, guess what Nico Harris said to me, man. She like,
what? What
who
he
is
say?
that?
He gonna give us Luka for Brittle Bones. Anthony Davis.
He like, Jeannie, how you feel about Luka in a Lakers jersey? And she like, I would love that, but we're not trading LeBron. And he said, we don't have to.
Same thing.
He said, no, I said the same thing. I promise you.
I confirmed it's Luka Doncic. Like it's
Luka Doncic.
She like, no, she must have meant Luka Garza.
She like, no way. Wait. He take the phone. He take the business phone that he called Jeannie on, and he sit it on the table. He took his cell phone that he was talking to Nico on, and unmuted it. Said, okay, bro, repeat that. Put it on speaker, and had Nico Harris read out like, no, we're gonna give you Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, while Jeannie Buzz on the business phone was listening.
Jeannie was like, mute that real quick, mute that.
She like, if you don't do it, you fired. You fired.
This stupid.
Yeah, he's stupid as fuck. Do it.
She like, if you don't do it, you're fired.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. Shout out to Shams, because I was staring at my phone for 5 minutes when I saw the tweet.
When you put it in the chat, I said Shams is done.
When I saw that shit, I was like, Shams is hacked.
Yeah, he hacked. This is done.
I literally called Angel and I called Isaiah, and I was like, bro, look at this, bro. Look at this.
I seen you put it in the chat, and I was like, wow, they really pranking. That's crazy. This is stupid.
I'm like, this is legit account. Like,
I was like, this got to be sent.
Like,
NBA Centel.
We had emergency Discord.
We did. We literally did. I was like, Woj would never.
It was what, 12:30 at night, and we all hop on Discord and talk.
I was about to go to bed.
We all about to go to bed.
I was watching Royal Rumble. I think I was watching the Royal Rumble, and I was like, okay, it's time to take a shower, go to bed. I seen that. I said, wow, Woj will never get hacked. This is like amateur hour. Sham sucks. Boom. And then I hear my phone ring. One of my phones ring, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And Rozek was like, get in the Discord now, right now.
I had to call that emergency Discord, man. We that was
Rick was in that motherfucker. That's how you know it was serious. Rick was in that motherfucker. That shit.
Biggest trade of NBA history.
Oh no, for sure.
But
For sure.
I believe like I think the problem is with today's like sports environments, and this just doesn't go for NBA, it goes for all of them. There's so much emphasis on winning, and there's only one trophy to go around. You know what I mean? And teams have such a short leash when it comes to winning, so they have to perform.
And them salary cap rules is a bitch.
Yeah.
The only team that the only sport that ain't got a real true hard salary cap is baseball. And look at what the Dodgers is doing with it.
They giving niggas billies.
They giving anybody in Japan.
They giving anybody a Billy just off the strength.
They have the whole Olympic Japan baseball team on their roster.
Did they win?
Yes,
recently?
bro. They won the World Series. They
Yeah.
beat the Yankees, bro.
Yes,
Pay
bro.
to play.
They've won the World Series twice in the last like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, they nice.
That's called pay to play, ladies and gentlemen.
And that is why we're for salary caps.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because then New York and LA would be in the finals every year, or Boston or whoever. But you know,
The Dodgers literally just said, "Oh, we can pay people as much as we want to."
With
no tax, no discourse, no like
I
we
think-
can't make trades, no rules and
I
regulations.
think that would destroy the NBA. So I'm glad we got.
Oh no,
No
it would
salary cap
destroy
would destroy
all
the-
little.
it would
all
destroy
small.
pretty much every major sport. I don't know how baseball keeps going without one, but
Well, that's
That's
because
'cause I don't pay attention
the
to
baseball
baseball.
grind's so long. Like it was 100-some games, like what 160.
it's 162
yeah,
games.
yeah. The grind is so long that it's like at some point you
It's
got to be a
also a
little bit
garbage
lucky.
ass sport, but
It's a boring sport.
Very boring.
I like watching it in person. You know, I'm a
I
Yankees
don't
fan,
like watching it in person.
but you
I
ain't
like
gonna-
I like college women's softball.
That's cool.
That's fire.
You know,
And
shout out women's sports.
And little league baseball is hard. Like they actually be cooking. They make it.
Why is
exciting.
baseball such a bad sport? Like
It's
what?
it's just major league though. Every other
They took the
version-
steroids out now. It's
I guess every other version of baseball is fun.
It's because in the major leagues, motherfuckers actually know how to pitch and motherfuckers actually know how to field.
Yeah.
So don't nobody score because people actually can play baseball,
Oh,
but
so-
it's not entertaining baseball to watch.
So the other leagues people
They
Yeah, like when you
suck.
play in little league, people suck, bro.
and they scoring 15 points a game. You're like, oh wow, this is great.
You're like,
There's
oh
home
wow,
runs
y'all
on
didn't pull,
y'all
they didn't pull their pitcher after the second inning. Wow, that's crazy. If you a major league baseball pitcher, you give up 4 runs in the first 2 innings, your night is over. You sitting, bruh. You going into the bullpen. We bringing a different pitcher out for the night, bruh. It's over. You done sat, and you about to get that loss on your record because baseball wins and losses for pitchers is based on the record the team had when you stopped pitching or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like so like if I pitch 8 innings and
You
we was up
lost.
7-1 and then I come out, I don't get the L on my record for that. Or
That's
something like
cra-
that.
that's hard.
As an
I didn't know
individual
that.
pitcher.
Yeah,
Like
I didn't know that.
yeah, so it's based so like
I do
if
know,
you,
like, if you come in like as a reliever, like, and you down, or yeah, I think as if you're down.
you come in as a reliever and you down or something,
like you get a save.
you
I
get
know
a
this-
save, yeah. Like you get a save if y'all win the game after you come in. Like the way pitcher stats work, like as far as wins and losses and saves and shit, is based on like what the game state
Yeah.
is when you come out the game.
As you can tell, we know nothing about baseball.
I don't know a motherfucking thing about
So
baseball at all.
that's why with pitcher stats, it's so like they don't play. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when in the majors, they're also this is a very side note. Like, there's the fucking Tommy John surgery that pitchers have to have is a surgery where the tendon in your elbow is so damaged and torn from being used that they have to take a ligament from a different part of your body and physically replace it. And it takes like a year and a half to rehab afterwards
To get to
to
100%,
get back to like 100%. And more pitchers are having that than ever because of the stress and the strain and the way they go.
back in baseball.
Like, this shit is crazy, but
Barry-
it's not
Barry-
entertaining to
Barry
watch. I don't
Bonds,
want to
Alex
watch.
Rodriguez,
I'm
Sammy
sorry,
Sosa.
bro. I don't give a fuck about the chess match of pitching and like, oh, I threw it low and inside when it was game 40 of the
You know
season
what pisses me off
because
about
I know when
baseball?
we played him in the playoffs, he was thinking I was gonna throw it low and inside again. So I called him. I don't give a fuck about your chess game, bro. Is the game entertaining to watch?
You know what pissed me off about baseball? Same thing that pissed me off about football a little bit too. And I'm a football guy, as you know. They don't have an automatic pitch zone. Like they have someone doing it by eye. Like, come on, it is 2025.
The only thing different though with baseball, they actually give out umpire stats.
Yeah.
So like when the after a game, they have a thing where they do umpire stats that'll show you like of the number of strikes like that were in
where they called strikes,
how many were called,
and where
if
were
there's
they
number
called
if they were
low or
outside
higher,
the ball,
yeah.
if it was outside of the zone, how many were called. So they give you like a percentage grade, like an accuracy grade, blah blah blah. So if an umpire comes out and has a shit game where he's calling, that shit is public knowledge.
Yeah, but it takes a while before they get fired, and that's another problem. Like the one,
But at least it's
I think it
public
was
knowledge. Don't know other
Angel Hernandez.
don't know other,
the one umpire is just god awful.
No, the
People
one
know
umpire
he's
is awful. But don't know other sport referees get publicly graded like that.
And that's my problem. And this is going back to football. Like, I get mad because for first down markers, we have freaking guys with sticks on the sideline measuring first downs when we have the technology to do it electronically. Like, we can put a chip in the ball and track that shit. Like, it's not that hard. Like, this is when sports are stubborn and not trying to improve themselves, really be pissing me off the most.
But
We'll switch into that.
but yeah, like
I was just gonna say, as somebody that's not a fan of baseball at all, I co-sign put the steroids back in baseball.
Put steroids back in
Because
baseball.
I feel like it was more exciting.
I really
so.
think we need publicly graded assessments on calls for every official in
agree.
I
every
agree with
major
that.
sport.
I agree with that.
Because if a baseball umpire can have his shit come out, because there are some joints that come out like the one motherfucker, his shit came out and it was like out of 130 something pitches over the course of a game, he missed one, and it was like on the line kind of.
It was just next to the line. Yeah,
it was just next to the line, so it's like it wasn't like he was way off. He made a
He
judgment
just
call
missed
as he
it,
did with
yeah.
the other 130 something pitches,
Right.
and he just so happened to be wrong that one fucking time out of 130 something.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's
You
pretty
get
fucking good.
if you get that graded, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If calls are coming out and grades are coming out, and people are like, yeah, this referee, when you actually look at the rule book and you go back and review, had a 98% like call percentage, like good call percentage, and was right. You can't
Or
be mad
like,
at that. But then you get somebody who's like, oh, he had a 40%. Like, get him the fuck out of here,
Or like
man.
Jeff Foster. I know we was talking about Chris Paul being a choke artist.
Or
but
Scott Foster. or
Scott
whatever.
Foster.
jeez.
That whole ass
Like,
boy.
Every game he refs against Chris Paul, he loses.
Yeah,
I
Chris
feel like
Paul
that's
loses
something- I
Scott
feel like
Foster
that's something
games
you
all
gotta
the
look
time.
at.
I think he only has like 2 wins with.
Yeah, like I feel
some
like that's
stupid
something you
law,
got to
yeah.
look at out of what 30 games. Come on,
Speaking
man.
of improving, the NBA All-Star Weekend. What can we do? I know. You
Not have
Steve.
2 hours and some odd minutes.
But what
of-
can we do to improve this?
So
What do we got to do to get players to try?
not
I
gonna
think,
happen.
shout out to the rival league because they weren't pussies. No pun intended. They weren't scared to do it. They weren't scared to run the ones during the All-Star break.
And shout out Nafisa Collier for winning
For
the
going
ones.
crazy. Also, shout out to
Shout
Aaliyah
out Fee.
Edwards. Shout out to Aaliyah Edwards for beating Stewie 11-1.
Yeah.
Yo, cooked her.
Cooked Stewie. And for those of you who
Brianna
don't know,
Brianna Stewart, a nice.
she's the third best player in the league.
Yeah, it's like
Probably second.
yeah.
yeah, it's like Aja and Stewie.
Aja, Stewie, and then Nafisa Collier.
Yeah,
The
or
person
like
who won.
or you would do Aja, Fee, and then
And then
Stewie, but
Stewie.
Stewie's no lower than 3.
Stewie 2B, 2A.
Yeah.
She's
With
2A,
Fee,
2B
yeah.
with
I
Fee.
would throw like an INSQ up there too, but that's yeah.
I don't think Inescu's as good as the other 3 though.
Not as those two.
No, yeah, and not in that format though either. But I'm just saying, like as a hooper.
As
in the
far
league.
as a Hooper,
Yeah.
she is. She's top 5.
She's tough, but
Yeah.
she's not top 3. Like those are the top
Yeah,
3
that's
players
true.
in the
She top
WNBA.
5,
No, I'm
And,
saying
like,
I'm just saying in that
The
conversation.
problem is
though.
it's those 3 and it's a gap. Like
Yeah.
it's really the 3 of them and then it's
'cause
everybody
they
else.
two ways too. Like a lot of like how many other two? Like the next best 2-way is Dejanay Carrington, and
Yeah.
she's like what? She's like barely All-Star. No disrespect, she's a great player, but like she's not
yeah.
on their level as far as offensively. She's great defensively, but offensively she's just not on their level, and she's the next best 2-way.
So
Besides
so
the-
going back to the All-Star game, you're saying that we need a one-on-one tournament.
Yeah,
My suggestion, and I know Angel's not really the biggest fan of this. I think you need to put at stake home court advantage in the finals.
Yeah, but if you're not going to the finals, who give a
who
fuck?
gives a fuck? Yeah.
But someone will, and a lot of those players that are on our All-Stars are teams contending for a chip.
But think about it. How many people gonna give a fuck for?
No. How many players are all-stars that are not in the playoff position right now? Think about that.
Who was in the All-Star game? Yoke's not gonna give a fuck regardless.
Yoke not gonna give a fuck regardless. It's whatever.
Who else in the All-Star game?
You got Curry, you got LeBron, you got Tatum, you got
Curry. Curry gonna put on a show just because he's Steph Curry, but he's not.
Damon Giannis.
He's not gonna be in the final.
These guys are in playoff. Jalen Brunson. These guys are in playoff position. They're gonna
Brunson, yes.
They're
Brunson,
gonna care about having home court advantage.
Brown,
in the finals.
Donovan Mitchell, Tatum, of course.
I just think it's an easy thing you could do. It's not that hard to do if you're gonna go back to East versus West.
You know what? I wouldn't have a problem with trying it. I just don't think.
No, but I think it's not enough. I agree, it's not enough, but it's a start, right? Like it's a start.
Right. It's better than nothing.
My other suggestion is you need to maybe create some kind of insurance for these players. Like they get paid out X amount of money if they get hurt in this game. Like I don't know if that exists right now, but if it doesn't, like have some kind of insurance for these players. Because like if you want them to try, you got to make sure you're not messing up their bread. So I don't know if like you got to like guarantee them like 10, 20 million, whatever it is. Like and it's, you know, not everyone's cashing in on it because it would have to be a season-ending injury to cash in on it. But you just want guys to try. So I think maybe like some kind of insurance.
Well, contracts are already like guaranteed though.
No, but like it would be like an insurance just in case you got hurt, so that next time you go to negotiate a contract, right? Like, you got hurt. Yeah.
It's a buffer for what you might lose.
Yeah.
Next time you try to
because the team might not want to sign you because you got a major injury, right? Like, let's say God forbid, someone tore their ACL in the All-Star game. Wouldn't want that, but let's say it happened, and now a team's not going to give that guy the max. Well, at least he's getting $20 million in insurance money from the All-Star game.
I don't dislike that idea. I think that's a good idea. I just think the ones take the pressure off of the All-Star game itself, and people will be more incentivized to pay attention to that. And then you don't have to have a bunch of superstar motherfuckers in it.
Yeah.
Like you could have.
But if there ain't superstars, who cares?
I mean, I think people will care if you got.
Who cares?
Like,
we're here to watch the stars play.
Well, hold on. Say you got Kyrie Irving in it, right? Because he said he would do it regardless.
Yeah.
So you got Kyrie Irving. Say Kevin Durant agrees to be in it, right? And then you got an average dude like a Bones Highland. Nobody even knows who that is most of the time.
Right.
But what if Bones beats Kyrie in the ones? That's crazy.
So you know what you do?
You see what I'm saying? That makes it more exciting.
You know what you do? You grab like 2 players for each competition that are just quote unquote the best at doing that in the league, and that's where you would throw it in and be like, okay, so the All-Stars are participating in this, but then like we got 2 players that are supposed to be like quote unquote like voted like 2 of the best one-on-one players, and we're gonna throw them in the mix. Let's see if they win this whole thing. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think it should be All-Stars. I think it should just be another like game, like another
event.
Yeah, event. I don't think it should be for All-Stars.
I think the appeal though of All-Star Weekend is you get to see the best of the best competing on the same floor, and you got to kind of keep it that way.
But the dunk contest ain't that, and it ain't been that for a long time. Even
true.
when Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine was doing back-to-back 50s, they weren't All-Stars, either one of them.
But I think the dunk contest is the exception because people just want to see good dunks, and I don't blame them.
And that's what I'm saying with the ones, though. I feel like if you have, I do agree, you got to have at least a couple like Kyrie's and Kevin Durant. Like you got to have a couple guys like that.
Like I don't need Nikolai Jokic.
Jokic wouldn't do it no way.
Jokic not gonna do that. But I need,
because ones ain't real hoops in the first place.
You
to
need
be fair,
a spattering of different guys, like from bums or quote unquote bums to mid-level guys to all-stars. Right? I don't know how many people will be in it, and we just see who's really nice in the ones. I feel like that'd be exciting. That way, you taking pressure off the all-stars, so they don't have to. Oh, we got to do this one-on-one shit that we don't want to do, because a lot of players can't even do that. You see what I'm saying?
I'll give the NBA some credit though. Like they are trying new things. Like not
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Not for nothing.
They're trying.
They're trying. They just can't seem to figure it out. Now I will say some of their efforts are like kind of halved. Like they're not really giving it their full all, because in the Rising Star game, why did the first round games go to 40? But the final of the Rising Star game went to 28. Like, what was that about?
Yeah, that didn't
like,
make sense.
And then every other game's 40. Like for the regular All-Star. Like, why does that game? Why did you guys choose that game?
I will say this: besides the 2 hours of commercials and bullshit conversation,
and the TNT, which shout out to the TNT crew, love them.
I love them,
but that needs to happen before the game, not in the middle of the All-Star game.
I did enjoy the 4-team format though. If they did that better. And by better, I mean not
Not
fluff-
2.5
not
hours
two and
of
a half hours of
random
fluff.
broadcast shit.
Yeah, if they did that better, I think that's awesome. I'm fine with that. I thought it was cool. The reason the reason I didn't see the fluff all like that is because I was chilling with somebody, so I was only turning to the game.
Yeah, we were sitting there watching.
Yeah, I
it.
wasn't watching. So
We're like,
if a commercial came on or if Ernie and him was talking, my attention was someplace else. So I didn't really get the full.
I get it. You know,
fluff part
they
of it.
wanted to put in like, you know, because like in a typical All-Star game, you have like a halftime, a show, whatever like that, and they don't have that when you got like 3 games to 40. You know,
Right,
but
right.
at the same time, like it really felt like the momentum of that final game was just killed, like absolutely killed.
Yeah.
It don't mean, but the thing is, it don't matter no way what format you have people playing. If I gotta sit through a 15-minute delay,
Yeah,
I don't
agree.
even care to play no more, bro. Like I'm good.
Especially if it's not like a full halftime, you're not playing a full half of basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I'm not going from
What
one
do we
half
got to
to
do
the
though
other
to get
half.
these players
Like,
to
I'm
try?
not-
That's the problem.
But I think, honestly, this might be a hot take. It's All-Star Weekend. We're probably never going to get them to really try. They're trying to relax.
It's mid-season,
Yeah,
bro.
they
They're
don't
trying to
give a
chill.
fuck. Yeah, we're not.
Mom, they
I don't
look
think-
forward to the All-Star
Yeah.
break because
I'm
it's
ju-
their
I don't think there's
4 or
nothing-
5 days off.
Honestly, for fans, I think it's crazy for us to expect that from them.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's the All-Star Weekend.
Which
It's
is in
always-
February.
which is in February.
They've already played 60 games.
Most of them
or 50
motherfuckers
games
either preparing for the playoffs or preparing for
being at home.
being at home.
This
So
is all I'll say, right? And I'm not trying to bring hockey really too much into this, but the
Mm-hmm.
NHL had the same problem, right? Where people weren't trying in the skills contest, weren't trying in the All-Star game. This year they did what was called a 4-nation face-off. They had a Team USA, Team Canada, Team Sweden, Team Finland, and everyone played for the respective country where they're from, yada yada yada, and they played like a round-robin tournament and then had a final game. The final game was Team USA versus Team Canada. Canada won. But the viewership numbers were more than the Stanley Cup final Game 7 last year. They had 9 million viewers yesterday watch this game. The NBA All-Star Game only had 4.
well, hockey a little bit different because hockey.
Right, and I'm
NBA
not saying
is a world game, but hockey just.
I'm not saying make it a world
The
game.
best players aren't even
I'm
usually
saying-
American.
Yeah.
When it
I'm
comes to
saying
hockey.
you got to figure it. There's has to be some way out there to get people to try and get viewership in this. I think it's out there. You just got to.
I think fans are just. I think people that are basketball fans aren't real basketball fans. They're casual. Most people that watch basketball are casual because I just enjoy seeing these motherfuckers throw lobs and shoot crazy threes and have a good time. I know they don't want to be there. They
I
wanna
will.
be
I
at
will say
home.
the average probably basketball fan probably starts watching after All-Star break.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
Because like the season's so long, and you got the NFL and whatnot, and
Mm-hmm.
in the first half of the season, like the average basketball fan probably starts paying attention after New Year's. You know what I mean? So
And I
it
just
just
feel
might
like-
be a product of the environment. You just got to be okay with it.
and I don't think there's nothing really.
It's also the fact that it's
huge we could do to get
mid-season.
them- Yeah, I don't think there's nothing huge we could do to
And
get them
we
to
talked about it.
change
We
it.
did like a World versus U.S. All-Star game. Like,
But I don't even think that works because
no, they did it before, and it just
Oh, they did try to do it.
you know, and it was whatever.
I like the tournament thing. If it wasn't so much fluff, I enjoyed it.
What about like a 3-on-3 tournament?
That would be cool. A 3v3 would be cool. You could move the All-Star shit to the end of the season too.
No, you can't. You
Why
can't.
not?
There's no one's gonna play. No one's gonna get hurt in an All-Star game right before the playoffs, bro.
No. I'm saying after the playoffs, like NFL do.
That's fair. Actually,
And then it would just be like if you're playing.
You take the niggas that's in the finals out, maybe right before the finals, or
nah,
right
just
after.
do it after the finals. Who cares?
You could do, yeah. and
They
then-
play exhibition games against each other. Honestly, if you're gonna do it with any sport, no, you know why it's not gonna work? It won't work because contracts are up.
Fuck. The niggas ain't trying to get hurt.
People are not trying to lose their bread. Unless you did it like the end
I
of
will
August.
say though, when they
But
be
people are
doing
trying to
their
get hurt before the
runs,
season. No one's ever trying to get hurt.
when like you see players doing the summer runs with each other in private, they be going hard.
They be going harder than that. That's what I'm saying.
So I don't
Like,
understand what the difference is. between
maybe we
those.
run the All-Star game at the end of August. Like, not right before the season, but like after free agency, so everybody got their bread and it's guaranteed or whatever. And you just run it then.
But don't you think that's a little the season about to start? It
The only problem with that is, though, like, what team would you represent in the All-Star game? Like, oh,
That's
I
what I'm
just...
saying. Training camp
Yeah.
about to start.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
That's what I said. Maybe before the finals.
But no one's gonna try to lose. No one wants to lose their bread for next year. Like they're not gonna try.
Yeah, it might not be nothing you could do.
It might be, yeah.
Because it's just like, there's money ain't gonna do shit because they already make millions of dollars.
The reality is all-star games and the idea of all-star games have always been about trying to just please the fans who want more and more and more from the players. And the reality is, like, as we continue to go on and players in different sports realize, like, we don't give a fuck.
I think the closest you're gonna get to an all-star game is just World Cups and Olympics. That's it. Like that's
like at the end of the day, All-Star Weekend, like all that shit is like they be like, oh, it's to celebrate the players. It's not to celebrate the players. It's to have another event that the league can merchandise around and sponsor around and blah 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 to make money.
The principle
it's not about
of having the best of the best like play on one court is a great concept. It just doesn't.
But it's not about. It's not really about the players. It's about trying to get more money out the fans and more money from TV and more money from that.
Motherfuckers don't care about that shit. Like who? If people care, like the East-West shit, that's why they got rid of it, because nobody cares.
They should get rid of that for playoffs, too.
Motherfuckers
That's another conversation.
Motherfuckers like, I'm probably going to get traded next week anyway. Who gives a fuck if I'm on the East or the West?
Yeah, there ain't no real rivalry.
Yeah, like players don't really give a fuck about that. The players, like, it's their break, to be honest, in a long-ass season.
Unless, you know what we should do old school. Whoever loses, pussy. And see if they be like, oh man, ain't nobody talking about me. You got the hood niggas like Anthony Edwards, like, oh, I'm about to go crazy. I ain't know.
Jokic gonna be like, I don't care, brother.
Jokic ain't gonna care.
My horses.
Brother, I just go race horses after the season.
Yeah, you gonna probably get like Anthony Edwards, maybe Kevin Durant, but KD don't care what nobody says. So, jeez.
You know damn well.
Trae Young ain't gonna be happy.
Most of the
that.
hoopers in the league from the burbs, bro. Come on now.
God.
Especially today's day and age.
Yeah, Tatum and them not gonna care.
They all AAU ballers.
Yeah, the late 2000s was your last set of people really getting it out the mud.
Who had a chance to come out the mud, yeah. But now
who's getting it out the mud? Yeah,
now it's AAU ballers, bro. These kids don't care.
Chet, shout out your boy Chet. He said we do need more players out the trenches. Like myself, and they was like, Chet.
Is Chet out the trenches?
He's not.
Okay.
He was like, Chet, just stop, bro.
Wait, like your boy on Walker Kessler.
Oh, YSL Cassidy. He is technically from a bad part of Atlanta.
He's not from a bad part of Atlanta.
Okay, it's not the greatest part of Atlanta.
He went to a private school.
That's because he a hooper. Chill. He a hooper. He had to, he just
lived in Atlanta.
College Park, you know.
Yeah, he from College Park, man. Chill. He went to private school because he a hooper. He know Thug and them. Stop playing with him. Walker Kessler watching this, he like, I don't know what these guys are talking about. I don't even know who Young Thug is.
Not know who Thug is crazy.
He like, I ain't never been to the dungeon.
He like, I've played in College Park for a game. And we left immediately. So,
yeah,
right on our coach bus.
Yeah, shout out.
All-Star Weekend just cooked, man.
It was fun. Mac McClung.
Mac though.
No, that's crazy. We might actually get a really good dunk contest next year.
Aaron Gordon said he still has some shit.
No, so Ja Morant said he might do it, and then
did he really?
He said if they get Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine, and they both kind of quoted that tweet. Well, I don't know what it's called now. It's X. Whatever.
It's a tweet.
Yeah, it's a tweet. They quoted that and basically alluded to that they might do it next year.
Only thing,
it's probably 5 years too late for Aaron Gordon. He's kind of a little bit. His bunnies might be.
We don't know. We ain't seen him.
That's true. I just don't know if he has what he had 5 years ago.
He like 28, ain't he? He not old.
No, Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon got to be like 30.
He got to be 30, bro.
30? No, he like 28.
I got you.
29, 28 and a half. If you get Ja, Mac McClung.
Oh, no, he like 29.
Okay, he's 30.
He's 30.
You get Ja, Mac McClung, 30-year-old Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine, I think that's a decent dunk contest. It's not Clyde Drexler and Michael Jordan good or
I don't know. That might.
Hey, Mac jumped over the car, legit.
Yeah.
He did.
And
He
if
did.
you saw the
Legit.
practice, he cleared it with landing. Like,
Yeah, he
Yeah,
cleared
in
it,
practice
yeah.
he cleared it.
Like with landing. Like he
That's what I'm
didn't-
saying,
He just
like-
didn't land with the game in the All-Star event, but
But no one gave a fuck that he
Yeah,
didn't
that
land
shit was
it
still
because he
crazy.
cleared a fucking car.
Yeah.
well, I mean,
From the side.
I'm not
too.
gonna lie to you. The standard for a 48 and a 49 in the dunk contest is pretty low. Like once he got over that, it's an automatic 50. You know what I mean? Because like they'll give if you just kind of do just a little something, you know, they'll give you a 48 at least.
I think Stephen Castle did pretty good too. Stephen Cat, whatever.
Yeah.
I think he did decent.
Stephon Castle,
Stephon
Stephon,
Castle.
yeah.
whatever.
I
I don't know what
Buzelis
bro
was
from
gonna-
Milwaukee was doing though. He could have kept that shit.
I thought Buzelis was gonna do better, but he was kind of chilling. I
He
feel
was
like
trying
vibing.
some shit though. At least
I
he
feel like Buzelis didn't practice. And he's like, I'm gonna just do some shit. He was like, oh, I forgot I was in the dunk contest. Fuck.
That's crazy.
Let me try something. And he just started doing shit. I think that was his problem. But yeah, if you get Mac, Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon, and Ja Morant to do, I think that'll go crazy. And if Zion can put the burgers down for a couple weeks, I think that'd be cool too.
Zion not
Hey,
putting the burgers
hey,
down.
hey, get LeBron to participate.
If Zion- yeah, you might as well.
LeBron. Well, you got a better chance to get LeBron than Zion, but that's unfortunate.
I think I'm not gonna lie to you. LeBron not participating in the dunk contest. Like, come on, man. Like, we deserve that in our lifetime.
But what was Brown really gonna do? He was just gonna jump really high and dunk really hard. He wasn't gonna do nothing crazy.
He done something crazy if he put the effort into it.
You gotta think back though.
Yeah,
his
crazy athletics.
All-American dunk contest, all he did was jump really high and dunk really hard.
Bron been playing for 37 years, man. His first All-Star game was him and Wilt. Like we don't
It was Wilt's
He didn't
second
give-
to last one. That was Brown's first.
yeah, like we don't need like Bron
I saw people getting
Yeah,
pissed.
wishful thinking.
He was getting mad because he didn't play in the All-Star game. I was like, bro, he's 40 years old, bro. What do you want? What?
He's still in the league at
That's
this
what I'm
point.
saying. What are we talking about? He just dropped 40 the other day.
We all know damn well this game not that serious. Like, what? Like, why are we? You know,
Yeah, like people was like, "Oh, Jordan would have played." I was like, "Why do we gotta keep bringing up what Jordan would have did?" You know what else Jordan do? Gamble his life away. That's something else he does. If we want to get into what people do and don't do,
except it wasn't his life.
it was his pops.
there you go. And I didn't say it. I wasn't the one who said it. He
Jordan is
gambles.
Michael Jordan is a terrible human being.
That's what I'm saying. We keep bringing up what? Oh, Jordan would have.
Shout out him for the sneakers though.
Jordan would have. You know, what Jordan did. He would have played in the All-Star game and bet on it. And that's how they would have went crazy, because he would have bet on the game to make sure his team won. And I'm like put $2 million on my team, and then he would have played. He would have went crazy. They're like, wow, Jordan's playing really hard. Yeah.
And if they
because
would
he
have
has
started
$2 million
losing, he would have punched
on
his
it
teammate in the fucking face.
in the All-Star game. So
You not gonna lose me $2 million.
and they're like, MJ, what you talking about? Mink, you can't. Do we want to see Steph Curry with a black eye? I don't.
Michael Jordan walk up, he like, bro, you know I bet your life on this game, right?
He like, what?
They like,
bro?
what, bro?
He like, I need you to step it up.
Jalen Brunson like, what you mean you bet
What
my
you mean?
life on
Like,
this game?
Bro, it's the All-Star game. He like, yeah, and I need you to step it up, motherfucker.
He like, I bet your life that we would win.
He like, you like the Knicks, don't you?
He said, you like living in New York?
He like, yes, all right. He like, yeah, step it up then. Get me in the post.
That's playing worse.
He like, all right. See, well, watch what happens. Ain't gonna be no more Jalen Brunson. Listen, I'm just saying, LeBron's 40 years old.
No,
He made the All-Star game. And he's 40. And it wasn't, oh, Vince Carter gave him the spot out of respect. He made the All-Star game.
that was a thing.
That's what happened with Jordan his last All-Star game.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Vince Carter dropped. T-Mac dropped all the way out. Vince Carter dropped to the bench so Jordan could start in the
Oh,
All-Star
so he
game.
could start.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he could start.
Oh,
But
okay.
he technically took T-Mac's spot in that All-Star game. T-Mac was supposed to be in it. But Shout out to the cousins, I guess. He just said, fuck y'all whole family, I guess.
Shout out to current Bills owners. Tracy
I
McGrady.
know, right? Yeah, shout out to them. That's crazy, yeah. Shout out to them. But he's 40. It's over. Let's just get off LeBron dick, please. Like, I don't know. What else y'all want to talk about?
I think that's
Yeah, no, I think
I think
grown
we
ass
covered.
men's obsession with another bald grown ass man is real
It's
crazy.
really scary. It's almost
a little
scary. Because it's like, he don't even know you.
I didn't know the DMV gave out licenses to ride somebody's dick.
And like, that
I didn't know.
nigga,
I didn't know the DMV gave
he
them out.
gambled his own father's life away. And it's not like his dad wasn't in his life
Yeah,
or
you
no
said
shit like
it.
that. Oh, well, it's true. He gambled his own father's life away. It's not like his dad wasn't in his life or no shit like that. His dad was an active member in his life. He just said, fuck that nigga. So you think he give a fuck about you? A nigga on the internet? A nigga on the internet hyping him up?
You think that's how it went down?
How else am I supposed to think it went down, Rozek? How else am I supposed to take it? He said, fuck him.
He said, bro, you owe us $50 million, bro. What is
I ain't got that right now.
They was like, well, what if they were like, well, we gonna have to get one of your family. We gonna have to get your dad. He was like, well, shit,
Like,
you gonna have to get him
that nigga
then.
lived a good one.
He's like, you gonna have to get him then, bro, because you're not getting my 50 M's.
That's what it was. He's like, yo, I had to get him then.
He's like, you ain't getting them 50 M's out of me.
That's so crazy. I couldn't even.
We could have an episode on
They said Joe Pops or
Jordan
50
conspiracy.
They said Joe Pops or 50 M's.
He said,
Not only can we have a
said, I know what I'm
episode
picking.
about his pops, we can have an episode about why he was out of the league.
I don't even want to talk. First of
I
all,
really
Jordan
don't-
don't deserve a whole episode.
I don't really want to talk about Jordan that much. And this is perfect. This is my quarterly clip of me talking shit about Michael Jordan that's gonna go viral. So, thanks guys. Every time I talk shit about Jordan, every quarter I talk shit about Jordan, and the clip always goes viral. So,
It's the Jordan fans, man.
Quarterly.
They get upset. They gotta.
they're like, "What are you fat ass? Never touched a basketball in your life, ass." I'm like, first of all, I played a bit. First of all, second, you drink beer, so you probably look like me. You stupid motherfucker. I look
And you
like this.
another-
That's why the Mavericks see
That's what I'm saying. I look like this because I eat burgers. You drink beer. Fool, you got fat off of liquid.
All that time riding some dick and ain't losing none of that weight.
That's what I'm saying,
None of
bro.
that weight.
Come on, man. This is perfect. I appreciate you guys.
Y'all,
Y'all got my quarterly
y'all
clip.
Olympic jock riders. Olympic jock riders. Y'all going.
And it's not even always old dudes. It be motherfuckers our age saying that shit too. And I'd be like, you watched Bron. You didn't even watch Jordan. What are you talking about? I understand them. Okay, you watched them. Cool. You know who else watched them? Me. I've watched 1,000 Hardwood Classics. He's great.
I understand. Like I said, I understand liking one more than the other. But the lace people will go to defend a man that they barely see him play.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Incredible.
Because I understand the older guys, like they watched them, you grew up with them. Okay, cool. Motherfuckers our age, you watch the clips like I am, brother. I don't know what we're talking about. We watching the same clips. What are we doing? But I think that's it. That's enough Jordan talk. I've enjoyed this episode. Have you guys had a good time?
Yeah, appreciate
Sorry I was coughing a lot. I'm dying still, but we'll figure it out. Anything else y'all want to throw in there at the end?
Liz Cambridge, if you seeing this, if you seeing this, Liz, no, I love you. No, I love you.
Who won in the
Y'all
chip?
playing.
Real quick, who won in the chip? Boston.
You know what I'm about to say.
What
who
you
won it?
What you about to say?
Oklahoma City.
Okay.
So they get there.
And we gonna get there.
they gonna get
Who
there.
gonna stop us?
Who you think?
The Lakers with no big? Come on now.
Sir. Laker Nation, let's go.
I don't want Boston to win. They're probably gonna win again because
The Boston will probably win.
But we love you guys. Peace out.
It's the 3 on PLAXtv.